Hello everyone, Craig here with Craig Dacey Financial Coaching, and I'm here with another EveryDollar tutorial. We're going to be talking about adding a buffer into your budget. So just because we're doing zero-based budgeting doesn't mean we want $0 in our bank account at any point, right? So we need to make sure we have a little padding in there that we build into our checking account so that there's not a time where we might accidentally go down to zero or even below. So we're going to be talking about how to add that in. Super easy. It's just a one-time thing. But before I do, I want to show you and share with you a free financial freedom roadmap. My gift to you guys. There's a link in the description below. Go grab this free PDF. It's a step-by-step guide out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Literally, it's going to tell you do this, then do this, then do this. It's very easy to follow. It's a checklist that you can follow, and it's absolutely free. You'll get it straight to your inbox. So click on the link. Be sure to grab that if you haven't already. All right, let's take a look at our EveryDollar budget. Now, this budget's looking pretty messy from all my videos, so I probably should come through here and clean this thing up at some point. But anyway, let's roll through, and we're going to add in a buffer account. So if this is your first month budgeting, or if you don't have a buffer and you need to do it, then this month, we'll say April is the month we're going to add that buffer in, and we're just talking $100. We don't want a whole $1,000 emergency fund sitting in our checking account, right? We don't need that much of a padding. We just need a little something in case a draft comes out that we forgot about, or in case a mistake was made when we made an online purchase and they accidentally double charged us, and it takes a couple days for that to get reversed, right? So we want to have that buffer in place. So it doesn't really matter what category you put it in. I'm going to put it under savings just because. So I'm going to call it buffer. And for this month, I'm going to plan on putting $100 into the buffer. Now, this is literally just me saying $100 of this month's income I'm not going to spend. It's just going to stay in the checking account. I'm going to forget it exists. I just want to say I'm going to spend everything but $100. That way I put that threshold there. Then when I go to May, so we'll copy over May, I don't need to do it again. So I can not plan to add any more. You'll see that I have $100 just remaining in my buffer account. That's something we want to take out of our mind. We want to forget it exists. We don't want to be tempted to spend it. We don't want to account for it in our budget because we're not going to spend that $100. Its job is to just sit in the checking account to make sure that we don't go overdraft. It's our overdraft fee, our overdraft protection, right? We don't want to pay those overdraft fees. So we keep that there and don't touch it. Now, let's say this is your first month budgeting and oh no, 2 months down the road, you realize that your pest control gets drafted, right? And you totally forgot about it. And so it's $70. Well, then we're going to add a transaction for that month since it comes out of our buffer account. And this means, and first, before I did this, I would probably go through my budget to see if I could make up for it elsewhere. Because again, buffer's out of sight, out of mind. But let's just say it's the last day of the month and you had $100 left in your account for some reason and this drafted. Well, then we would have to account for it. So we're going to put in pest control. I'm going to track it for 70. So I only have $30 left. So that means when June comes, I'm going to need to plan on putting 70 back into my buffer to refill that thing. Seriously, though, the goal is to never touch it. We've had a buffer in our bank account since we started budgeting, and I have never once had to enter a line item for it. I honestly, and you can do this just because I don't like the clutter, I just delete this from once I filled it. So after I put the buffer in there in April, I just delete it from my budget. So that way it's not even an option because I don't want to, if something like that happened or like if pest control came out and I forgot about it, I don't want to come through here and be like, well, I'll just put it in the buffer. I would rather come through here and be like, well, I have a little bit of restaurant money left. I can use that. We have whatever. I can find it elsewhere in the budget. So I'd rather be proactive in that sense and get a little creative with that instead of jumping straight to the buffer. So again, it's a one-time thing. If you don't have a buffer in your account, if you're getting close to $0 every month, budget $100 next month to just leave in the checking account and then never think about it again. All right. Hopefully this helps. If you have a question, drop it in the comments box below, or if you have a video idea that you want me to talk about, leave that down there too. I'm happy to make a new video to answer any questions that you guys have. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.